So in December 2025, South Australia Police commenced a policing operation called Operation Musk in relation to vulnerable vehicles, particularly focusing on small wheeled vehicles, e-bikes, bicycles, motorcycles, and the compliance that those vehicles have with current South Australian laws. And we did that throughout the month of December. As a result of that operation, we issued 45 expiation notices to riders of e-bikes, and sadly, or alarmingly, the majority of those were for people not wearing helmets. When you factor that into the fact that their behaviour is dangerous, extremely dangerous at times, their speeds are excessive, the fact that 45 people have not been wearing helmets is really concerning to the police.
Yeah. And so tell me about what kind of danger is posed. You talk about dangerous behaviour. What are we seeing out on the streets?
We're seeing a national trend, and we've seen it in current news bulletins where riders of e-bikes and heavily modified bicycles are causing havoc on the road. They are disobeying all reasonable road rules. They are flouting the law, and they're running the gauntlet. So the speeds that some of these bikes can get up to are incredibly alarming. We've had detections up to 80 kilometres per hour on some of these bikes. The bikes are not equipped to handle those speeds. They are heavily modified, and that behaviour is really dangerous. It's really dangerous in any environment. It's really dangerous in any environment, but the fact that it's on a modified bike that's not equipped to deal with those speeds is alarming.
Yeah. What is your message to people in relation to kind of modified bikes, and if they're really equipped to take those kind of speeds? Yep. And safety message around that?
Being a father myself, my message here is to the parents, I think, initially. You can buy these bikes lawfully. A lot of them are lawful bikes initially from reputable bike shops. What young males, young adults are doing are buying overseas modification kits, and they are modifying the bike to become something that it's not designed to be. I'll show you one shortly where the bike has 3 lithium batteries attached to it and a motor that the bike itself gets up to speeds of 70 and 80 kilometres per hour. It's been seized by the owner. It's sitting with police currently, and the matter is before the courts. But it's so dangerous. These bikes are not registered. They're not insured. If they were to come into contact with a pedestrian, an innocent motorist, or to cause damage or personal injury, then the rider of these devices has no protection at law. And because there's no registration details, it makes it very difficult for the police to do any type of follow-up with the rider.
And so this upcoming operation, can you run me through what that looks like in terms of boots on the ground?
Yes, so we have another operation starting. It's starting on the 16th of February. It runs for a week. It's called Operation Vulnerable. It does target motorcycles as well as e-bikes, as well as e-scooters, personal mobility devices. It targets everyone. We make no apologies for targeting this type of behaviour. SafeHole are extremely concerned that we will have a life lost on the road as a result of the behaviour that these riders are displaying, the blatant lack of concern and care for the laws. And the behaviour that they are and the danger that they're causing to other innocent road users and members of the public in their behaviour. And again, my call out is to the parents: ask your children what their bike is capable of. Ask what the modifications are. These bikes are illegal. These bikes are illegal, and it is only a matter of time before police will catch up with you, and we will seize the bike and we'll take it off the streets. We're unapologetic for that. We are yet to experience a life lost in this state using one of these bikes. Interstate jurisdictions have experienced that. It is only a matter of time before South Australia does experience a life lost, and the South Australia Police are enormously concerned about that, and we want to prevent that from happening at all costs.
You mentioned these are illegal. Can you run me through, so any modifications to your bike, or what does that mean? So
a bicycle by definition needs to be pedalled. That needs to be its primary source of propulsion, pedalling. As soon as you make the bike incapable of pedalling by removing the pedals or modifying it to the extent that it operates on a throttle without pedalling, then your bike is illegal. The Department of Transport and Infrastructure have a website that will take you through all the legislation in relation to it. But the primary point that I need to make is that if you've modified the bike so that it operates wholly and solely on a throttle, and you don't need to pedal the bike, then you have made that bike illegal. That bike is illegal.
And you mentioned young men. Is it typically these kind of young men?
The demographics are largely young adult men or male children. That tends to be what we're seeing from our data. Now I'm sure it extends past that, but the main demographics are young males.
What can they expect for the kind of punishments and maximum punishments for these kind of things?
So if you're driving or riding an illegal bike on the road, the bike may be subject to forfeiture and seizure. And obviously we operate within the confines of the current legislation. But offences like unregistered, uninsured will come into play. No helmets, speed, all those type of offences will come into play. So people can find themselves in quite a bit of trouble as a result of it.
And so you have extra boots on the ground looking for these, or through cars? Or
well, the fact that we are running like another operation within 4 weeks of the previous operation, completing, signifies that we are taking this very serious, and we'll continue to do so. Operation Vulnerable runs a couple of times a year, and of course Operation Musk, which we've just completed, is focusing wholly and solely on e-bikes. So we do take it very serious, and we will continue to do it.
Anything else you want to touch on, Mark?
No.
Sorry, there was a minor error. You mentioned we did 45 expiation notices for helmets. When you did the introduction, it was actually 35.
45 expiation notices in total. 35 of them were for not wearing helmet. Sorry.
Just the penalties one more time on what you can expect.
So it ranges from unregistered, uninsured, to any of your drink driving type offences can come into play. Speed, no helmets. So the basic road rules that a motorist would experience. If you're riding an illegal e-bike, you can expect largely to face the same consequences as a motorist.
Thank you. Okay, just stay there and